So that's why I said it has to be addressed not only legally, it has to be addressed economically, socially, spirit, the spirit. You see, when the spirit is weak, when the youth don't have spirit or their spirit is weak, they end up doing this. So the best first defense is to teach them the deen. But they are not learning the deen, nor are we giving them the deen. And even the deen we are teaching them, distorted deen. I told you about the seerah. The seerah, 8 years of jihad, they just hide it. 29 battles of Rasulullah. They hide it from his, as if he was just sitting doing dhikr, qiyamul layl. That's all we know about Rasulullah, right? How many of us know he had 9 swords? 9 swords by name. Each sword had a name. So the Prophet, when he had sword, he had it for what? To establish justice, to defend himself. He knows that Shaitan and his soldiers will not leave the Muslims alone. Things like that. So why do you have police then? Okay, remove the police then. Also remove the tantra, and we live just happily. No. Some people will take advantage of it. Allah gave fans and nails to animals because other animals may kill them. Some he gave them camouflage. That's their way of surviving. Some he gave them poison. That's how you survive. You need fear in life. If there is no fear, you don't survive. This is why Allah sometimes scares you. You have to understand that. Fear is part. And Allah says, I will scare you. I will pass you through tests of fear and hunger and. So back to this issue of, there are people who want to sell, those people, sorry, if a certain amount and up, directly, don't waste your time. The others, we take care of them by also making their life highly disciplined. Not miserable, but highly disciplined. Okay, you made this mistake. Now we take you, let's say, to some kind of boot camp. And Islamic, not just boot camp, because he doesn't need just physically to be exhausted so that he sleeps, he or she, but trained. They have to go to this one, Islamic classes, seminars, ustaz, meet good people, change their environment. Change the environment. That's why sisters, you be careful of the environment. You could be very good person, but where you put yourself and put your children, and your children are not equipped. Look, you went through training, you attend classes with me, but your children no. You, mashallah, you are a student of knowledge, you meet Sheikh Zoubir, and you grew up quite safe compared to your children's environment. Then you move to a new area. That area, your children have no way to survive in it because you did not think about environment. Birds never build a nest until they look if the environment is right or not. Even birds. So don't tell me bird is smarter than you. So some of us just move. For example, you move in an area of very influential people. Wherever there is money, there is access to drugs. What are you talking about? When the boys and girls have, their parents are quite wealthy, and they start meeting, they start hanging around. So zina is possible, liquor is possible, sins is possible, and the drug is possible because money is there. And like if you go to live with Oman bar Iman, quite difficult. Although they are not also safe. So it's our view also where to go. And I always told you, al-jar qabla ad-dar, the neighbor before the house. Never move to a place until you look who are the neighbors. Your neighbor can make your life miserable. Yeah. So this issue of what to do with these people, of course, we have to give them a chance. We have to teach them. We have to discipline them. But look at the discipline. Even the discipliners are worse. Discipline should be murabbi. And now this is the fear I have. on you. My fear on you, they disconnect you from the Murabbi. They disconnect you from the Sheikh. The Sheikh is Murabbi. You know what is Murabbi? Murabbi gives you tarbiyah. Now no more. The children are not meeting the Sheikh. They see him behind like the Zoomers. There is a huge impact you take directly from the Murabbi, male or female. Your children is to see the teacher, to meet him. There is an energy you take from him directly that you cannot take through Zoom, by the way. Sorry. Is to meet him, to talk to him or her. Ustaza, I have this. Brother, I have this. So you feel sense of connection. And like when you are, mashallah. So that now no more. Our children are not even meeting their teachers. That's even worse on them. See? Because they think it's like e-commerce. There is no e-education. Already the e exists in education. You want e-education? There is no there is education. Allah already put it there in English. Now they want you not even to study e-education, e-commerce, e-whatever. So tomorrow we order Sheikh Zoubir through Lazada, lazada.com, pack order. Thing, I come to your house. Talking to you in a package. What is this? You have, subhanAllah, why we have in Islam traveling to meet a alim? You travel all the way to his land, which the Sahaba did and the ulama after. They understood there is something you take only from the behavior of the Murabbi or the Sheikh or the person you're taking knowledge from him or her. You have to be there. You travel to them. You go, not he comes to you. We even come to you still. No, you see, even in science and tech, you need to meet that person who invented that scientific, that engine. There are things you cannot just take from YouTube. You have to meet that. And he says, this is the problem I face with the injectors. This is the phase. Then you, So tomorrow when a sister is delivering baby, we tell her what to do by phone. Push this way, push this way.
No, they want one.
Yeah, do this, do this. The ladies have to be with her and helping her. No, this is dangerous. So we start praying through Zoom now. Allahu Akbar. The Imam is there 2 kilometers away, and you are Allahu Akbar.
Don't be surprised.
This is very wrong. No, certain things, yes, maybe certain commerce. Even the commerce I showed you when we did the class of Bulugh al-Maram, that there are many things you better not buy online because you are 99% going to be the victim. The seller will never be the victim because he takes his money. It is you. They show you this product, for example. They show it to you this big. But when they sell it, they send it to you, and even the material is not the same. It happened to me. So why you do that? And then you start complaining. Not like tickets. You are buying a ticket. You are buying a ticket that's different because you are buying. But no, you are buying a brake, car brake, brake of a car. Wow, when they show it to you like original, when they send it to you, Taiwan or
China.
And not even China, because there are 7 Chinas. The lowest of the China, and then you use it for 1 month, habis rosa. That's the danger. When you go buy from Pasar Malam your fruit, you know at least what you bought. Okay, it was your decision to take that because you had the chance to. So at least, but imagine they send it to you like that. See, that's why I'm saying, be careful. So it's not just education. Same thing for disciplining the drug dealers. I don't think I was out of the subject. I was just showing you that what is making this now nonsense. Yeah. So sad what's happening. But in Islam, sorry, I don't sympathize with these people. These people had the choice, especially if they were not smart. You had a choice and you took drugs. So now we disciplining you in any form or shape that Islam allows. For example, there could be a we use shame. Shame to shame them in the. I told you this last week. Ta'zir. When there is no hudud, it's the discretion of the Muslim judge to do certain things. Like, for example, shave the head, shave the eyebrows of the person, make him put a big blanket written, I took drugs, shame on me. And we parade him or her on the street. No, Sheikh, we should not, it's against exposing. He exposed himself, especially if he came outside. And now you want this kid until he start taking now heroin and cannot come back. Not even cocaine, heroin. When he start injecting himself or herself. And these people, like near impossible to bring them. They are hooked. And please understand, you have to go beyond these people who sell drugs. And you find that it's a policy of some governments against your own people. For example, the British government did that as a policy against China. Opium War. It was to subdue the Chinese. So who says it's not a Western government supporting drug dealers to make Malaysia, to make Iran, to make Algeria, to make Saudi Arabia weak? Because they don't fight us only militarily. They want our youth to be hooked to music, to zina, to drugs, so that they can fight. And what actually, that's exactly what Russia is doing to America. The type of food they are feeding us, so that we always get sick. That's why I told you 3 things we need to quickly, as Muslims, produce. Our food, our weapon, and our medicine. These 3, if you don't produce them, you are not worth it to live. These 3 are essentials. All Muslims need to work together. You sell us rice, we sell you wheat. You don't have oil and country has oil, okay, send it. So like that. But we don't want to work together. No, serious about these kids who go to drugs. They could be, yes, victim. But it's not victim like car hit you. Sorry. That's why, look, one advice I give you as parents, the moment you see your son or daughter made a mistake, don't be too nice. You rather be wrong in being extra disciplining than being not disciplining at all. Let me tell you. Let's say your son did something wrong, or your daughter. You better hit them than you don't. Why? At least you made a mistake and you exaggerated in disciplining them. It's okay. It's all right. As long as you don't leave a bruise or kill them or send them to ICU, you're fine. Why? It adds to their manhood and femalehood. But imagine you do nothing. Okay, don't do that, Sayang, again. Huh? Mommy will be so sad. Mommy so sad. And your son so bad now. Your daughter super bad. But if you slap her, if you slap him, then he realized that I can't do these things. Mommy caught me stealing a little piece of pie. She almost killed me. So if I tomorrow go steal a purse or her jewelry, she will send me to the moon, exile. Not the moon, Jupiter. You got it or not? Mars, as Muhammad said. Takbir. Yeah, he liked the movie Mars. Takbir. Oh my God, my mother almost killed me for a piece of, what is this called? Okay, okay, see? You don't come, you stay there. You don't eat it. Wait. You understand? Your husband too. You see him playing with his tail day one. Hey, if I catch you next time, bye-bye. You make his life miserable. He will never think of doing something again with. When his secretary comes say, Abba, you say, hey, I'm not your Abba, stay there because Hurricane Hamida, Typhoon Zaina, I don't know what, Junaida is coming. What called that freezing stuff? Dallas. What called that freezing? Blizzard. Blizzard. Junaida is coming. So takut. So no, serious, sisters and brothers. They won. The first mistake. Yeah, the first mistake people do. You should be very tough, so that those you give them what call it? You give a lesson. Now don't do that. Don't break that line with me. It's very dangerous for you, for the relationship. Then they realize.